4.5 million years ago, the Earth was a land of giants, predators, and endless danger. Our ancestors were not the hunters, they were the hunted. And among the deadliest creatures that roamed the ancient world was the saber-toothed cat, a predator so powerful that its name still sends chills through history. Today, we journey back in time to witness the moment early humans faced this beast for the very first time. The African savanna stretched endlessly, a golden ocean of grass swaying under the fierce sun. Herds of early antelope grazed peacefully. Giant birds stalked the plains, and massive crocodiles lurked near rivers. But hiding in the tall grass was death with fangs, the saber-tooth. Unlike modern big cats, this predator was built for ambush, not speed. Its body was muscular, short-legged, and silent, and its weapon? Two enormous, razor-sharp fangs, each as long as a human hand. Meanwhile, our ancestors, barely more than clever apes, were learning what it meant to survive. They walked upright, scavenged for meat, and lived in small groups. Their tools were simple: sticks, stones, and courage. But nothing could prepare them for what was coming. Through mud. Behind them, the jungle screamed. A predator was coming. Not just any beast, but death itself, with fangs sharp as spears and hunger that would never end. They had one chance: reach the cave or vanish forever. The family limps back inside. The storm rages, but the fire still burns. The children press close to their mother as she whispers, calming their tears. The wounded man sits in the shadows, eyes fixed on the cave mouth, listening to the rain. They have survived the night. But tomorrow the fight begins again. Because in this world, mercy doesn't exist. Only strength. Only blood. At dawn, the hunters leave the safety of the cave. The savanna stretches endless and silent, but death hides in the grass. Spears in hand, they move like shadows, muscles tense, eyes sharp. Every step is a gamble. Out here, the prey can kill the hunter. The hunt ends in blood. A giant prehistoric buffalo falls, spears buried deep in its flesh. The hunters roar in triumph, their bodies slick with sweat and mud. They lift the carcass, heavy as stone, and begin the long walk home. Each step through the storm is victory, but also a signal. The smell of blood will call the killers of the night. That night, the cave roars with life. Fire crackles, casting wild shadows on the walls. The hunters tear into fresh meat, blood dripping from their fingers. Children laugh, women hum ancient songs. They dance, feet pounding the earth, voices rising with the flames. For one night, fear is forgotten. For one night, they are kings of the savanna. Dawn breaks over the savanna. The fire has burned low. The hunter steps out to fetch water, the cool mist clinging to the grass. Suddenly, silence. Then a hiss. From the shadows, a massive prehistoric snake uncoils, scales glistening in the early light. It strikes with lightning speed, coiling around his legs. The man fights, shouting for help as the beast tightens its grip. Spears flash, the struggle is brutal. Finally, the serpent lies still, its blood soaking the earth. The man collapses as the serpent's grip loosens. His brothers rush in, spears dripping with the snake's blood. They lift him, his body limp and torn with deep gashes. Step by step, they carry him back through the mist to the cave. Inside, the fire crackles weakly. Women rush to his side, crushing bitter herbs between stones. The smell of roots and smoke fills the air. They press the green paste into his wounds, binding them with animal hide. The hunter groans, eyes heavy with pain. Outside, thunder rumbles, and in the distance, something howls. The storm has passed, but the darkness hums with danger. Inside the cave, then howls, low, drawn out, echoing through the wet forest. The tribe freezes. Shadows move at the cave mouth, eyes glowing hungry. Wolves, massive prehistoric beasts, their fangs glistening in the firelight. The men grab spears. The women clutch stones. A roar of thunder shakes the earth, and the wolves charge. Spears clash with snapping jaws. The pregnant woman gathers fruit near a twisted tree, unaware of the danger. Suddenly, a low hiss. From the shadows, an enormous prehistoric snake slithers forward, its scales glistening in the dim light. She drops the fruit and runs, her breath sharp, heart pounding. Branches whip her face as she races through the undergrowth. Behind her, the serpent coils, muscles rippling, jaws opening wide. Her husband charges in, roaring, another spear in hand. The battle begins, man against monster, love against death. The man grips his last spear, muscles trembling. The snake thrashes wildly, wrapping around his body. He plunges the spear into its side. Once, twice. The serpent recoils, hissing in agony, but doesn't let go. Rain pours, mud splashes. With a final roar, the snake shudders, then falls still. He collapses beside the carcass, chest heaving, soaked in rain and blood. Exhaustion takes over. His wife rushes to him, tears mixing with the storm. She screams for help. From the jungle is silent now, too silent. The man leans on his wife for support, blood dripping from his wounds as they stagger toward the cave. Then a low growl. From the shadows, glowing eyes appear. A massive prehistoric wolf steps into their path, teeth bared, for bristling in the rain. The woman tightens her grip on a rock, trembling. The man lifts his broken spear, hands shaking. With a roar, the man charges. The wolf lunges, jaws snapping, but the spear meets its chest with a sickening crack. The beast thrashes wildly, claws tearing at his arms. The man pushes harder, driving the spear deeper until the wolf collapses. With the last of his strength, he takes his wife's hand. Together, they limp through the rain, back to the safety of the cave. Behind them, the jungle is silent, at least for now, because in this world, survival is never guaranteed. This was life, 4.5 million years ago. But their story isn't over. Even greater dangers await. Subscribe now, and join us for the next chapter of their fight to survive.